All right. Good evening, everyone. 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. A little bit of a change here tonight because this is for my friends in North Carolina and Southeast Virginia, parts of Maryland as well too, but mainly all my Eastern North Carolina friends. Just a quick video tonight about the snowstorm, or really winter storm that's coming, because I think it's more of an ice storm for New Bern and parts down to the south, Kinston, New Bern, and Jacksonville, probably a lot of rain. Morehead City, I think, is all rain. But boy, is it going to be a mess tomorrow afternoon and evening in that area. So just a quick video here. Let's get started right now. There's the storm system. As you can see, it's getting its way started now out there just west of the Mississippi. That's kind of the beginning of it. This will basically be pushing off towards, oh, don't want that. This will be pushing off towards the east and kind of gain some steam over the next 24 hours or so. The temperatures obviously are cold enough. There's some really cold air coming in back behind this. But if you notice, especially here, we've got some cold air, but it's not that cold yet. 32 up in D.C., 45 in Wilmington. So we need some cold air. But you notice these wind arrows that you see here from Cleveland. You see them dropping to the north and northeast. That is going to supply the cold air that's in D.C. now and push it down in what we call a cold air wedge and get it stuck up against the mountains and come down the eastern plain of North Carolina. That's going to supply us with that near freezing temperature that we need for not only wintry precip, but what could be a pretty big ice storm. So that's on the way, and that will be happening during the day tomorrow. We'll actually cool down in eastern North Carolina as the day wears on tomorrow. So here are all the winter weather watches. The pink areas that you see here are basically winter storm warnings, and that includes parts of our area, parts of eastern North Carolina. This purple here is winter weather advisories. It's a little less severe as far as that goes. These are basically in effect starting tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning through Thursday morning. But I think the prime is going to be from midday tomorrow, Wednesday, through early on Thursday morning. In fact, it's probably be through about midnight on Wednesday. So most of this will happen Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. All right, so there are your watches and your warnings. Notice as you get down towards Jacksonville, we're kind of on the cusp here. And that's basically because we've got basically the cooler air more so towards the north. Morehead City. Linda, I think you're going to be almost all rain in Morehead City. AB, I think all of that. Beaufort, all of the southeastern, Ocracoke, I think you're fine. There may be a little mix of precip in there, but my concern really is going to be ice. So here we go. I'm going to kind of cut through this very quickly for you. This is the forecast model tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. There's Kinston, New Bern sitting right here. This temperature data up here in the upper right-hand corner, that is for New Bern. Okay, so it's going to be warmer south of there, colder north and west of there. All right, but here's the forecast model as of this evening. Here you go. That is now noon, 12 o'clock on Wednesday. Look at it really filling in. And the pink here is the concern. That's the mixed precip, and that is where we have some of the ice. You know how we get down here towards down East Carteret, and we're all rain. Wilmington, you guys are good. This looks like all rain. May get a little mix at times, but I don't think it's terrible for you. Let's go out to about 3:30 in the afternoon. This is 3:30. Look at this mix trying to get down to Wilmington. All right, this is the colder air working its way south. Now, this is the colder air working its way south down at the surface, not aloft, right? And so what happens is this pink area, those winds you see there, those wind arrows, that's the wind coming in at the ground level, right? And it's cooling off. Look at the temperature in New Bern at 3:30. It was in the mid-30s. Now it's about 33 degrees at 3:30 in the afternoon. So the temperature's cooled. That's happening all the way down that US 17 corridor, and especially west of there. So that's when you have rain falling, and then it falls into sub-32 degree stuff, and it freezes. Sleet. It can get to the ground. It still fall as rain, but the ground's freezing, and then it coats everything with ice. That's the fear here. Not as much for Wilmington, but for this area along and west of US 17 there, from New Bern, even Little Washington, but certainly Kinston. Oh, man. We're talking a third of an inch, which is a lot of ice. And here we go out to about 7 p.m. So 2 p.m. Wednesday through 7 p.m., probably 6 p.m. is the heaviest of it. You can see it's already starting to lighten up a little bit. Still all rain down east. Wilmington, basically all rain. You see how the cusp was right there, right up in the Pender County. But again, you're so close that I don't think it's a big icing issue. And then as we get into Wednesday at 10:30, still a little left over. We'll get some colder air to come down. and that's when it could actually finish up as some snowflakes. So if you're in New Bern, Kinston, you want to see some snow, there might be some mixed in. I think it's more rain and freezing rain more than anything else. But on the backside, late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, we'll see a few snowflakes. But that's going to be kind of over it, I think, even before midnight, and then the cold air really comes in. So let's take a look at the big picture as far as snow goes. Mom, if you're watching, she's up in southern Maryland area. You get a couple inches. If the storm goes further north, you get a little bit more, but that's generally 1 to 3 inches. This area from Virginia Beach southward, I mean, wow, Virginia Beach could get 6 to 10 inches of snow. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But that's the bigger picture. You can see where the heaviest snowfall will be. Let's go a little bit closer, and then I'll let you go. This is the snowfall. I'm going to have to stop it right there. That's the snowfall through 6 p.m. on Wednesday. All right? And you can see most of it is north of Kinston. Little Washington. Once you get to Little Washington northward, obviously a little bit more snow. But let's keep on going, and now let's take a look at the ice. This is the snow. This is the ice. And again, this is more of an issue, I think, than anything else. And you'll notice it really gets started around 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. Look at all that yellow. That's a glaze of ice, but that area that's showing up there in orange, Kinston, just northwest of New Bern, Greenville. Oh, Greenville. So that's where the main concern is here, and it does include Little Washington. Little Washington, you probably get an ice storm with snow falling on the backside of it. That's almost worse than anything else because snow covers up the ice. But bottom line is, look, you need, you get your bread, you get your milk, you head to the ABC store, whatever it is you do, you need to do now. In fact, I would have it done by 10 in the morning tomorrow morning. And then you want to be home after that, right? Hopefully, we don't do anything with schools. I have no idea what they would do. But that is the threat. So keep an eye on it. The local guys will completely hook you up. Go for the team there at WCTI. The other folks will help you out as well too. But that's just my take on it right now. Just kind of a heads up. They'll have more details on the numbers. I think the snowfall total, like north of the Kinston, north of Greenville, probably about 2 to 4 inches. But that's all in the details. And remember, things are going to change just a little bit. Okay, guys, that's it. Hope you are doing well. I'm down here in sunny Florida. Tampa, it was 78 degrees today. And don't worry, it's going to get cold down here too. We're going to be about 40 on Friday morning, and then only top it out in the upper 60s with sunshine this weekend. Terrible, terrible, terrible. How are we going to do it? All right, that's it, guys. I hope you have a great Wednesday and a safe Wednesday. Send some pics my way on my Facebook page, Bobby Deskins Weather. And don't forget my YouTube page, Bobby Deskins Weather, as well.